mean, how much time?
Oh God, should we ready? Hello?
No, I'm just playing. But just about. But let me see. But this is Prime Example Podcast. I'm your host Leslie. This is my guest Nia.
Hi. I'm not sure how to say hi.
You're good. Hold on. For them?
Yeah.
They ain't pay for you?
No, because I feel bad. It was kind of like a double date type of setup. Like
Did
I was
you
with.
pay for everybody?
No.
Oh,
So I was with my bestie and her boyfriend, and then I was with her boyfriend's friend, basically. And he didn't have no money, and you know me, I be feeling bad, and I'll be like, money comes and go.
Your best friend and the guy she brought didn't have money? Bruh. Oh my.
I just be a sucker sometimes, most of the time, all the time.
No, you're just really nice.
I am. When I think of money, I just always think of it it'll come and go, you know. When I really need it, it'll come for me.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. Honestly, I do believe in that, and I feel like that's why I kind of was upset that I have to spend this much money to fix my car, but then I'm like, if it's fixed, I don't have to worry about it again. I have to get a couple, hopefully a year again, because, yeah, I had it for like 3 years, and I feel like after 3 years, something's bad's gonna go with your car just because you had it for so long and you never had a drastic like change. I get the new tires and like, you know, the stuff that you usually need, but for something like metal and other shit like needs replaced, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to pay for all that extra stuff, all the maintenance. I hate having a car too. This is really reason why I want a man. I want a man that drives and wants to drive me all the time. Yes. I want a man. I take care of people too much. I hate it so much.
So do you think, okay, so would you consider yourself more as like an independent woman, more so than like what are those like very feminine?
Like codependent in a way? Yeah, I'm very independent. I'll much rather pay for my own stuff than have somebody else try to pay for it. Because then I feel like I owe them something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I hate when I say that because when I do it for somebody else, I don't feel that type of way, you know?
Yeah. It's just because I feel like the attention towards other people is like a lack of trust issues within them. Like they're not going to blame you for where they're at. You know what I mean? I feel like that makes sense because I feel like most of the time when my mom or when I was younger, she'd be like, oh, no, you can get it. And then next thing you know, she's throwing it in my face later on in the day. I'm like,
yeah.
why would you do that? Like, at that point, I could have got it myself.
Exactly. That's exactly the reason why I always prefer to pay for my own stuff. Unless, like, I know that person won't care. Or, like, you know, they're actually doing it from the kindness of their heart.
So how do you know, like, when can you trust somebody? Like, what are, like, what are symptoms? Not symptoms, like, you're sick and stuff. Or mentally ill. No, like, you see yourself doing things, like, say, when you like somebody, you see yourself doing things differently, more so than when you're not with someone. You're more, like, lenient, like, you don't care, but you find yourself caring a little bit more.
I'm a very gullible person. Okay. So I feel like you could easily trick me in a way. So like if you like show me a lot of attention and like, you know, try to communicate with me more than I do with you, then that will get me attached very quickly.
Also, do you think you have attachment issues?
In a way, yeah. That's the reason why I tend to try to stay to myself, because then I know how crazy I can get when I get a little close to someone, a little bit too close, you know? Too attached, because then, yeah, I'll hit that yandere real quick.
Wait, so do you think there's a such thing that is too much, like being attached to your significant other a little too much?
Oh, yes. Unless, like, you know, that significant other likes that, if it's a preference. But I feel like definitely is a top notch to where you get overly attached, so where it's like unhealthy.
No, like you seen those couples that are with each other every day, all day.
Yeah, I feel like that's unhealthy.
Do you think they also need a life outside of their like significant other?
Yes, like a friend group or something. And it doesn't like, it's not bad if you bring those two together, like your relationship and your friend group too.
Say, like,
but
how do you feel about those friend groups that are like coupled up? You know what I mean?
That's a recipe for disaster.
Because you know how I said, like, how you had to pay for the other person's friend because you felt bad because it's like a double type of date? I was like, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Like, I don't think I've ever done that. I think I've done third wheeling, but I never done like the double date thing. Because I'm like, low key, I think it'd be kind of awkward. Because what if the dudes didn't know each other and it was only the girls? Because it's more so the girls that would set that up, never the guys.
Yeah, always, and I hate that so much. I would say, honestly, going off of the third wheeling versus double date, I will most likely do third wheeling, honestly, because then I feel like I'm the couple's child. They 9 times out of 10 they will pay for your stuff. They will split pay.
My aunt, she had it was back in her prime days. She's still in her prime, but I feel like when you're at that moment where like people are doing never mind, because everyone will be doing the most for her. But when she it was like a while ago, she was talking to this older guy, and he was a lot older, but she would take us. It's like, oh, I'm babysitting. So she would have us with her, and then they would buy us everything. And then my brother was like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this.
Oh, yeah. He knew what he was doing.
He made sure he grabbed everything. My guy was balling, apparently. I don't know who the guy was, but she'll do.
Yeah, your brother know how to work that, because I would have the same way. I'd be like, yeah, let me get that. Ooh, give me that Xbox.
At the time I was like 11, and he was like 12. Let me see if I got any questions in here. Okay. So what is healing to you?
Healing to me, taking time for yourself, like trying to recognize yourself again and basically working on yourself. That's literally healing. You can only heal yourself with yourself rather than through another person, I feel like. Because I feel like most people would do that.
Like, say if they get out the relationship, they get up and under someone to get over the other person type thing? Or like, you mean like someone as in they try to find other hobbies with those people to be able to get through whatever they're getting through?
Basically, yeah. So like, it's just when you're like in the healing stage, like you're hurt and you're trying to heal yourself, 9 times out of 10 you lost who you are. You get what I'm saying? And then the number one thing I feel like you should do is self-reflect. Just think about all the things that happened and think about like all the mistakes you made and just self-reflect on that. And then see how you can find better in yourself. And you might even upgrade from that too. Not even just finding yourself, but upgrading yourself as well.
Just because you're finding new things that you learned about yourself that you could have, and so you don't really fall back on those like habits again.
Yeah, exactly.
So like in relationships, do you think most of the time, how do people usually tend to lose themselves in a relationship?
I see mostly people being too invested in the other
relationship, like in their relationship.
Yeah, and their significant other, they're usually too invested to a point where they lose themselves in the relationship, and like most of the time they will become the person that their significant other wants them to be. Yeah. And then that's when it comes to losing yourself after the breakup, because then you probably don't even like the person you became because of that significant other.
I was just gonna say that I think you end up hating the relationship because it basically made you feel like you were doing all this for this one person that the one person that end up leaving anyway.
Yep.
So they end up losing friendships because them same friendships that was sticking around like, hey, can you come hang out with me, and text them, and then like, oh, you just bailed on me even though we were supposed to hang out, and you're right there in the same place with your dude, not doing anything at home or just chilling.
Yep. And you lose all them friendships and that relationship. Mm-hmm. Over that relationship.
Just to have something.
Exactly. So yeah, just don't be too overly invested in a relationship unless I feel like you're gonna be married. How do
you know? Yeah, I was gonna say, when you like know that you're gonna be invested, or when do you know you should invest very much time for that person?
When you know you're going to marry, like.
But don't you feel that way when you're like, we're stuck in something?
I
mean, you know how when like it's like a girl's fantasy, like I don't want to say fantasy, but like things that you would do is like, oh, I hope to have kids with this person, I want to marry them. Like, okay, I wouldn't say that right away, but for some time you would think like within like after you guys started dating or like made it official, you guys would think about life after that, like the goals and like what's your guys' life after with each other.
Definitely see if your goals are compatible too. I feel like that's like one of the number one green flags when it comes to marriage. If y'all have the similar goals,
like similar like future goals, like you guys, if you guys both want kids or if you guys both want to have like a tiny house.
Versus like, you know, one person want a tiny house and kids or a trad life versus another person that wants to travel the world and have different rentals and stuff.
And like, yeah,
that relationship probably wouldn't work at all. It might work, but you gotta be invested.
I was doing a podcast. Can I get you a call? Yeah. And the connection sucks. You wait, you was look. You said hi to the folks. Well, you're there, but we're here. Yeah. I'll give you a call back, okay, babe? Ain't no Sephora. Alright, I'll give you a call back.
Sponsored by Sephora.
I wish.
That would be great.
I feel like you'd have to do your makeup consistently enough to be like sponsored.
And you have to do it like James Charles.
Bruh,
fucking Nikki
James
tutorials.
Charles, like James Charles in like the beginning where he baked his face all the time. I see pictures and I like in like reality thought he was really good and it really wasn't. It was so shitty. No hate to James Charles, but that white ghosting, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, no wonder he was a freaking meme. That he looked it crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Good start though. Good start.
We got money. That's all that matters.
Everybody starts somewhere.
I was about to say there was this video where this girl was kissing on a guy and she had so much makeup and then he came out and he had white powder all over his face because he was like really dark skinned and she was white. So her makeup was like so pale and they were making out in the club and he could not get the makeup off. And you know how makeup's hard to get off sometimes if it's really good makeup. It was white and it was all over his face. You could just look like he just had baby powder all over his face or something.
I would be so pissed and like embarrassed. I would literally like cry if I was him. But that's just me. I'm a girl actually. I cry over anything.
What's like the secondhand embarrassment you ever got?
Secondhand embarrassment? Ooh. You ever seen Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Okay, my secondhand embarrassment was that scene where she tried to use her powers against that bully and it didn't work in front of hundreds of fucking kids. That's like probably my most secondhand embarrassment. I can't think of the first one though.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
And that was from a fucking show. Like, that killed me so much. My
mom. I feel like parents, when you're young, you're like, what's the word? You just want to be cool. Like, you don't want your mom to be doing stuff for you. You don't want your mom to be in your life. You know, you're just like, Mom, stop. Like, doing too much. Bruh, one time this girl wanted to fight me, and she went up to the little girl like, no, you're not going to hit my daughter. If you hit her, I'm going to do something about it. I'm like, Mom. You're telling a little girl that I'm going to go into school and they're going to be
God.
She was one of them moms. Like, she would go up to the people and be like, no, and she'll cause a scene. I'm just like, oh, my God.
Oh, but that shows that she really loves you.
It did, but, like, it embarrassed me because everyone else was like, damn, her mom really came out. And they're like, oh, you went to go get your mom. I'm like, if anything, I told her not to go.
Did you get bullied after she did all that? Or they was just like, damn.
No, I think after I had went into the office because I think she did bring it, like the girl that like my mom was yelling at, she was like, oh, you told your mom? And I was like, well, yeah, because if I was going to fight you, I had to let her know beforehand before I whooped your ass.
Exactly. Fuck.
So, and then she was like, well, you're not going to win because I fought your cousin and she lost. And I was like, first of all, she wasn't my cousin. I'm not going to put the name up there. She wasn't my cousin. She's a friend. The claim isn't my cousin. But she didn't even go to our school, so I didn't know what she was talking about. And then we were in 4th grade, so what threw me off, she was like, yeah, I fought her last year, so you were in 3rd grade. Oh, okay, big win.
Right. Big dubs then. Here's a cookie.
Then, after that, I went to the office, and I told the principal, and he was like, she would never do that. She's been here since kindergarten. She's such a sweet girl. She would never do that. Every time there's someone new, they always want to fight her. I'm like, you would think, right? okay. And then basically they blamed me for it because I was a new student. And every time someone wanted to fight me, I was always the new student at the time, so it's always my fault. And I was just like, bruh. And my mom kept transferring me, and I'm like, bruh, can I just fight for the one time?
Right. What the hell? At this point, you're not going to see them again if you're going to get transferred either way.
Either way. I mean, my mom would be like, no, you don't need to fight, just tell somebody. I'm like, okay. Every time I told somebody, it was always my fault, so I'm like, bruh. Except that one time. I fought the dude, and then he got suspended, and then he transferred because everyone was bullying him because he fought a girl. And I felt bad for him after because he did give me the...
Dang, got whooped by a girl.
I was in 7th grade. Okay, what would be the difference of you having... Because you know how girls, they be like, oh, OnlyFans, you know, making money. Basically, what men will identify morals, you would have technically don't have any at that point. Would you believe that? I don't know if your concept of, like, morals and, like, morality, I should say.
Well, I feel like everybody is literally different.
Mm-hmm. So everyone's different. Of aspect of morals is different from someone else's.
Exactly. So an OnlyFans girl or like a stripper at that sense,
okay, yeah.
They will find their own person that don't give a fuck. You know, they think of it like, oh, you're just getting your bag. If you want to show off your body and that's how you want to live your life, then I like that in you because you just living your own life versus, you know, probably another man that's like, that's disgusting, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That should be my body and my body only.
But what would you think, like, that basically is the concept though of like getting in a marriage and being with someone or wanting like an eternity with someone to only be that person for them and only being able to reveal that to them, because then at the end of the day it's like you're showing everybody else what everyone else can already have. You know what I mean? Like everyone else can offer that, but it's just like you're only devoting yourself to give yourself to that one person. If you're not doing that, then it's like you're basically doing that with everyone else, if that makes sense. Showing yourself, I guess. Not yourself, but those people. Other people.
I mean, like, if I, like, really want an opinion on that, I don't really have one. Because it's like, I feel like that's just their lives they decide to do it with, you know? Yeah, and like 9 times out of 10 people that does do that don't really believe in marriage either way too.
Oh, for real? I never knew that. I need to ask. Maybe I should stand outside a strip club. You believe in marriage?
Yeah, exactly. Cause
I mean, honestly, I kind of do want to get an insight of other people's opinions, because I feel like if you don't believe in marriage, what do you believe in? Right?
That's what I always thought too, but I've definitely heard some people that were my friends don't believe in marriage. And I'm always shocked.
So do you believe that this day and age you're still able and capable of finding someone?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. For sure. No matter the age. 30. I'm 21.
30. That's crazy, because I was just imagine, because like I remember this one time, well, because one of my residents I work with, she's like, well, I don't know how old she is. She's pretty old. But she said her husband died, and then she found another husband in Colorado, and he's loaded with money. She was like, at one point, I just stopped looking for someone not from the heart necessarily, but just stopped looking for someone that didn't have money. They had to have, like, something going for themselves. And at a certain age, I think she said she lost her husband, like, her 50s or 60s. So she was like, I just went with someone, and he had so much money, and now I'm loaded. I'm like, oh. Period.
Exactly.
And then her husband already had died, so she had got the income from them. And then after that had happened, she got with that one dude, and then he passed away. So now she's just living her best life. Period, Barb.
Exactly. Period, Barb. Do your thing. Do your thing.
For real. Oh, okay. So how can you get over someone without dating them? You ever had that happen to you? You were in a situationship and then you were really like hooked on them, and then you just couldn't get over them because they didn't want a relationship. I feel like most of the time, 10 out of 10 guys that are not in a relationship with the situationship is because it's the guys.
Yeah, I feel like it's really the guy that just
don't want a relationship, but she's sticking around.
Yeah, he just likes having a body next to him.
Yeah, like a warm comforts.
Exactly, someone to lay on and stuff. Those are the people that don't believe in marriage too, I feel like.
I really do. Well, because it's like, what's the reason of having someone around that long and not want to commit to them? And you really, and sometimes truly you only want to fuck with them, but you don't want to have the title of being with them because then you're obligated to be committed to them.
Exactly. That's annoying because then it's like you're wasting both of each other's times. You're already like invested in each other to a point where it's like a situationship that could go into a relationship. You just don't want to put a title in it. You don't really love that person, I feel like.
To be able to commit. I feel like if a guy really wanted to be with someone, they would show the time and like the effort to actually want to be with them.
Exactly. If they care, they will show it. They will show it.
If they wanted to, they would.
If they wanted to, they fucking would. That's reason I hate situationships. Because it's like, most of the time, they just... How long
would you talk to someone before you're like, yeah, this is not going nowhere, I'm not gonna, like, go any further? Like, you know how people be like, oh, 3-month rule, 2-month rule, like, oh, if you don't ask me by this much time, then we're not gonna be together, and that's that. Or you just let it, like, go as it go. Go with the flow. I
try to go with the flow, but I would say if I were to cap it, probably 9 months.
9 months?
Yeah, I like slow burns. You don't know how it started. Like, what if it like started literally as friends and then like y'all started slowly getting into a situationship by like the 4th month or something?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't get what you're saying, but I get it. That's crazy. 9 months is crazy. I feel like if he hasn't asked me out within the month, like, after that, like, not that month, but, like, the following months, or at least saying, like, oh, yeah, I want to be able to, like, get with you sometime soon. You know what I mean? Like, actually showing like, because I feel like slow burns aren't, like, I feel like in my idea, because I wouldn't know, because I wouldn't get with any of my friends, but in that instance, I don't think... Well, I actually can't even picture it because I don't think I would.
Really?
I couldn't get with any of my friends because I feel like all my friends were from high school. So I'm like, no.
So wait, you never thought like any of your friends was like cute or something, and you was like,
I feel like
maybe.
all my friends are cute, but I would never be like, oh, I would date you. Because then it would be like an uncomfortable situation where like I feel like we can't be friends because I wouldn't be able to treat you the same. And I'll be sad that if we were to be something and it fucks up,
you can't be friends again. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna work.
I wouldn't jeopardize any friendship of mine to have that one moment or what could have been moment, but I feel like if it was meant to be, it would already have been. You know what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't do slow burn because I'm like, what's the point? I feel like if we're doing all this and we have mutual friends, I feel like if we're friends, then we have mutual friends.
Right.
I already have showed you other people that we are around, so that's the only logical reasoning in my head because I couldn't do something.
It could still pop up out of nowhere. You never know. But yeah, honestly, I think I stick with that though. 9 months though, honestly. I'm just a slow paced type of person because I get too scared when it comes to relationships.
Like commitment and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like that for the longest. Well, that's because the person I'm with now, we've already been like together for some time. So it's different. But I feel like in my past relationships where I would take it slow, where I wouldn't post them, I wouldn't do any of that because it's like I would be in a situationship, but I wouldn't post them. I wouldn't I don't think I would commit as much as I would want to. Like, that's the thing. Like, if I'm going to be in a relationship or in a situationship, I want to commit. I don't want to just go halfway because it's like, who has the time to want to devote themselves to always constantly trying to message someone or just like, no, just come pick me up.
Let's just get it over with. Let's just get together now.
Because I'm a type of person, I have to know. Like, I have to know what it is, or I'm asking like 221 questions. Who you talk to? Where you going?
Right.
I feel like even in your situationship, you're still like doing those things. You're just not putting a label on it.
Yeah. I mean, that is basically what a situationship is. You're just keeping it basically a secret, I feel like.
I ain't trying to be no secret.
I felt that in a way. It's just, I don't know, the commitment be scaring me.
I could see the commitment being scary though. Cause
then like imagine like y'all do end up getting together and then y'all start posting and everything and all of a sudden a girl slides up, yeah, he was in my DMs this past few days. Be like, no, that's fucking embarrassing. I just posted you. We just made it official. Yes. Now all of a sudden these girls are coming out and stuff.
What if you were doing the situationship for 9 months? Like, you couldn't get mad because, oh, we were in a situationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gave them the option. That's why I'm like, no, because after we make it official, all them gotta go. like after that, like if we made it official then and there, everyone else got to go. But if it's a situationship for 9 months, it's basically saying it's an open relationship. And
okay, yeah, when you put it like that, okay, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I would probably still get mad if some girls working.
That's why. And it's like, oh yeah, we made it official, let's make a post. And then she was like, oh, he was just in my DMs last month. Like,
bitch, you ain't had to tell me that. We just made it official. Okay, it doesn't matter, but it does.
Like stuff like that, like, or like, do you what's like the longest relationship you was in?
The longest relationship, a year.
Okay, so like, did you guys ever have like there was like a break in between or something? Or was
yeah.
Like a moment? Okay, so like with breaks, would you still have been pissed if like he went to go out, like message other people out his way to go like, oh, what you're doing tonight? Like he just seemed very like eager to, you know what I mean? Like those guys are very obsessive, or not obsessive, but like trying to persuade somebody to see them very urgently. I'm like, ugh, that's such a turn off. Like
that is a turn off, but with me, like if we both agree to have a break, I'm fully expecting you to do that, and you better fully expect me to do that. Just so I can have it under my, just in case, you know what I'm saying?
So
like
you can't get mad. It's just like, well, shit,
I did the same thing. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Nah, let me stop.
Okay,
but yeah, I would definitely do the exact same thing if we both agreed to go on a break, though. Honestly,
so just do whatever you want to do.
Unless we like full on agree, like, okay, we're gonna take a break, and then
like with boundaries
for ourselves. Yeah, not just to go take a break and do whatever.
Feel like you have to state those things prior to taking a break, like
yes,
this and this better not be done. Or
yes, otherwise they'll interpret it the way they wanna think of it. Yeah. You gotta set them boundaries.
What's like a big main three three boundaries of yours when dating someone?
I would say definitely. Dang, I don't. What are your 3 boundaries?
Mine are you can't involve yourself with my family's issues. Cause my family is very problematic. So they're the type to break out of a fight or call you out just because you're there. Don't act like they just was talking to the air when they said that. Like, if they called you out by your name or anything, just ignore them. Like, just, at that point, we're walking out and leaving. Because